Camp-Abilities is a developmental sports camp for children ages 9 to 19 who are visually impaired, blind, and deafblind, held on the campus of Adelphi University every summer, usually in July. We also train physical education, special education, adapted phys ed. We train these teachers or undergrad students or graduate students. We take volunteers from anywhere in those fields so we can offer the hands-on training that they need to now go out in the field and work with these children in their classes.
I've been involved with Camp-Abilities Long Island all 5 years.
I was a coach, I was assistant director, and now I'm a specialist.
And then ever since the first year, I told them to tattoo lifer on my forehead because I'm here for life.
They are exposed to things and people here that they would not regularly be.
A lot of the kids are the only visually impaired or blind student in their school district, in their school, in their town, so they don't know that anybody else is like them. And they come here and they say, oh, there's another 9-year-old who has a visual impairment.
I have albinism and I'm visually impaired myself, so I can connect to them on that level that I've been there and I know how it feels, so I provide, I guess you could call it a good role model for the athletes.
It's so important because it makes these kids believe that they can do anything they set their minds to. It's a whole new world that they were never exposed to before coming to camp. 9 times out of 10, their first experience with these sports are at Camp-Abilities.
They may love sports and may love being active, but they think that they can't participate.
Well, Lisa adapts everything so that all the blind kids could play it. If it's using a beeping ball or something with bells in it, or if it's tapping on something, like if we're playing basketball, somebody will tap on the rim of the net with a cane so I could hear where it is. That's how we do it. We adapt things.
Seeing a kid who raises their hand and says, I have no idea what goalball is, and to be able to introduce the sport, teach them the skill, have them in a game situation and then have them score their first goal, I mean, seeing the big smile on their face, that makes it for me.
I direct the Adapted Physical Education program, the master's program. Lisa was a student of mine who just was starting her master's. Now, one of my colleagues, Lauren Lieberman, had started Camp-Abilities up at Brockport. I had offered a summer elective. They would get themselves up to Brockport and serve as a counselor for the entire camp, which is a week-long camp up there. So here it was the summer. She had just graduated and she went to Camp-Abilities up in Brockport. She came back and she said, I want to start one here. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, well, when she finishes her master's, when she's done and has her job, and From that summer till the next summer, she had it up and running. What comes around goes around. It's kind of an interesting role change, but I am her assistant. I'm the Adelphi kind of connection.
When they leave camp, when the children leave camp, the athletes, they get an assessment packet in their folder which goes to their phys ed teachers in their school districts. And these physical education teachers can look at that and say, oh, this child can play basketball? I didn't know they could play basketball. Let's try it. And we give them modifications as to what they can do.
Well, we practice a lot and spend a lot of time on each sport, and it tests your running ability, diving ability, strength in some cases.
When I was a younger child, I didn't have the exposure to sports. I was always told in high school and in elementary school, for that matter, that you can't play in phys ed class. I had to clean locker rooms and stuff like that, which no one wants to do that. No kid wants to do that during phys ed class. So Camp-Abilities taught me, that there is other things that I can do, and I love being involved now because I can share my experiences with the new athletes and kind of, spread that they can do whatever they put their mind to, and that there's nothing they can't do.